Hey Mikael, how's it going? Alright, here's another video for you. Thank you for your previous videos. Very nice, very cool. I liked it a lot. And now let's work on them a little bit. In general, everything cool. Let's first try with the Eric Clapton one. Um, so, push it. Wow. Okay, what bothered me here is the use of sweeping hand. This groove, let's go from this point. First, I'll tell you what's the problem. So, what's the problem is that left hand basically was kind of on the way. You're doing stuff in rhythm, but it's not a steady rhythm. It's not an independent thing. And if it's not independent, then we basically don't really need it. So let's look at it this way. The groove is, let's see, we can play the groove just with one hand. Let's see what happens. Make it like the drum set. So this is the hi-hat, playing the hi-hat, right? So I'm playing middle body here, full body snare, and then full body kind of pushed in for the bass drum. So we have this. Okay? On the other hand, why don't we do it with this hand? Okay? Now, why don't we sweep with this hand? So let's see, what if we do... Okay, needs some work. Not the best. What about if I do it? Yeah. Okay, also not the best. So, what's the solution here? The solution is what we are doing, what you did, except with a little stronger left hand. So let's see. Let's play now without active left hand. So we see the difference. This just adds it a fluidity. It goes like it. You add this, and all of a sudden the groove is smooth. It goes. It has a pulse. It doesn't have hiccups anymore. It doesn't. I don't know. It's just more smooth. Now you can play with it how much you want to add it. What's more important? So you created the right balance. So the musicality is nice because you can do just a little bit. Okay, if we add the snares, what happens? Not much. Not much happens except that with the snares the sound is more projecting. It cuts through. So maybe in some place when you need to come out, if you don't have enough volume, that gives you volume. I think this is cool too, but it's too busy. Inside, outside, all is good. So work a little bit on the left hand, give it a pulse. So either you do pressure or you do speed, what we learned, or you do both. Or you just lean more wires to the brush, so basically pressure. Generally, I think I prefer for this song with no strings, because it's a little darker sound. Yeah. Now, the same thing will be with the other groove, the bass drum, so-called bass drum hits. They have to distinguish. They have to fall right in between the hi-hat and the snare. I mean, you could do. Yeah. So the solution is, to play this song 50 more times, not one after another, but to have 50 gigs where you play all night just brushes, including this song. So that's the solution. Anyway, you're doing really good. It really sounds good. You're really getting the idea. The groove is there. Just we need to make sure, because we're playing brushes, that the sweep is more smooth. There are my goals. Okay. All right. Had my sip of coffee. Now, great song. The next one, Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. It's a similar kind of thing, similar kind of groove. It's not the same, but it's kind of similar, slow, dark, and basically just playing the groove. There's no. These songs, both of them. I mean, especially the first one that I keep forgetting. What's a Eric Clapton one? Be wonderful tonight. This one has no feels, no drama. I mean, nothing that cuts out of the ordinary wave. You're in the wave and you just go with it. There's no real ups and downs. It's just kind of constant groove. With Ain't No Sunshine, there's this part in the middle that breaks this groove. But this part, it just has a different color. The vibe, the tempo, everything stays. It just has a little different groove because, I say different color, because the song is like this. It's a song. It's a place where the song stops, kind of. It halts in this one chord, in this one position, and it gets repetitive. It's kind of like the gramophone, the record player got stuck. It's kind of like that, and then it goes on. So let's see. I really liked how you did the groove. You did the sweeping 16th note or 8 notes with this, and here you did the bass drum and the snare. I loved it, really loved it. However, there's a couple things to fix, as always. Let's see, where do we start? Okay, let's continue what I said before. It's the same problem here. You need to distinguish more of the, let's say, at least 3 different strokes that you have, or sweeps or strokes or whatever. So one is the sweep, one is the snare, one is the bass drum. Now, if you play the bass drum here on a side with too much of a slap and too much of open ring and too loud, then it doesn't work as bass drum, because then the snare is not loud enough. So the key is to make a little bit different sound here. So when you do this, that's too loud for a bass drum. That's kind of a rim shot. That's for. So that's kind of equal to this, actually even louder than the snare, right? Louder because it's a higher tone, it rings and it cuts through. This one is muffled, it's fat, big, that's why it's strong. But so, when we do a bass drum, so we do snare. Doesn't really sound like a snare and bass, right? So let's try it slow. Not so much. But if we play it softer and think that actually we're playing a bass drum, that's why I would prefer to go maybe on this side, do this move, because then I can avoid this sound. Okay? Or I can control it. So not this, not this. So just or here. Okay, now, because we don't have the sweep and anything else, you can still kind of lean. Okay? So, first is this distinction. So, 3 hits, right? Tip, middle, full. Now, let's say we do full snare. And we do tip, let's do middle bass drum, because it's a little bit more mellow. So and then we see, do we really ring or do we make it flat again? Now this hand, and no sunshine when she don't. That's this groove. Sunshine. So I like to put the emphasis on I want it to sound like reggae almost. Anyway. You do it really well. You do the same accent. problem is it's confusing. You don't know which side to make an accent. When I look at your hand, let's say I give you credit because when I close my eyes, I don't hear that problem. But when I look at it, I see the problem. I don't like that. So it needs to have kind of the same motion. So you're like a shaker, that's your metronome. That's the thing that keeps going. Because the other hand also goes, but has to play all kind of stuff. So yeah, we're in the same pattern. But here, 10, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we go up. 1, that's a pro. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. No. 1, 2. I prefer to put the up beats. As you see, down beats, I don't really do them so well. So this was trying to accent the down bit. 2, 3, 4. I automatically goes the up beat. So let's see, which is not that good because I should practice the down beat. Let's see. So we do the up beat. There's no sunshine. With this hand, when I do fills, I make sure that both together, all this the sounds that come behind, let's say, not the main snare, the 2 and 4 and the bass drum, but everything in between really makes sure that we're playing 16th notes. So and if we keep doing this one, or the inside, whatever the accent you want to do, and we keep this going, it really gives us a nice flow again, which we need. So again, let's start. There's no sunshine when she goes. Or you can do this. So we turn. So it makes sense because the middle, the center of the drum, has also the lowest tone if we hit it in the middle, the slap. And here we can have the highest, shortest tone. We press down so we muffle the snare. And we do kind of like a slap. So, okay, just without the. Okay, I think it's a little bit too aggressive for this song. Okay, you can have fun with that. Yeah. Now let's see. Then we come to the interesting part. What I would do here is change completely the groove. So, and on sunshine, and now we go. So, what I would do is in this part, the biggest change is when we sweep, that then we don't sweep. That's the biggest change we can do. Okay? The rest is different sounds, yes, but when you do. Right? It's a big change. Now, I have this kind of brushes which now the company went, I don't know, they're not working anymore for 4 years, so I don't know, but I'm lucky with this wooden. I like the wood here so I can hit it, but also with yours you can still do it this side, or even with the little rim, the little thingy you have here, it makes a cool sound on the rim. Depends, sometimes it's a little too shallow, like pick pick pick. I want it more like boom boom. So maybe it doesn't work, but you have a little, it's a little wider here, so if you turn it that the little hook doesn't bother you, you can still do this, you can still make it. I don't have this kind of brushes here to show you, but so now I would change. So let's do the groove. So now instead of sweeping, I can fill with this one and play bass drum in the center, slap, snare on the side. We can do this what we just did now. So for example, I know, I know, I know, I know. You can use this part for this one. So I didn't do anything yet with this hand. I'm just muffling and let it go. But I can play in between. Ah, I see what I do. I play the snare with this one. Actually with both. That's what I do. See, I don't even know. Sometimes I don't know what I do. So let's see. Let's see if I start playing. I know, I know. Yeah, then you come back to the groove. You see, I do a mix. I don't know how to completely analyze this. I let this up to you. What I want to know, what I want to see is the difference between one. So. I don't know, I lost the form maybe. I don't know how many times I did this. but I think that's the key to this song. Now let's see, what if we do it with the snares? We didn't try. I don't know how it sounds like this, but I would also play this song with snares off. I don't know why. Paradiddles, you're playing paradiddles. Or parasliddles, as Clayton Cameron calls it. So. Oh, what about some Latin? Okay, maybe find the next song and let's see what we can come up with. That was really good. Ain't No Sunshine was great. Let's find some others. Let's go into different direction. See what we can do with brushes. Okay? All right.